up, everyone? So there's a lot to do today. I got invited out to do some mics and stuff this week, and I turned them down. Turned down Dan, turned down my other buddies. I said, nope, I'm not going to host one. This week I'm going to lock myself in that studio. And then, of course, I get an audition today. So I have an audition for a pecan commercial. So thanks to my manager for getting me that. But I have that audition at like 4 o'clock this afternoon. I've already printed out my slides, was working on it, reading through it and stuff. Right now I'm going to go downstairs and start pulling up all the footage of Kidder, make sure all the footage is all loaded up into Final Cut Pro, and start working on that. I have a meeting this week with an editor, and I am going to... One thing I would like to do before I go to bed tonight is to get all the Lego stuff built out on the table. If I can get that all built out, I'll be a happy camper, because the moment it's done being built out, I can start shooting it. Question is do I shoot it on my phone with the app? Should be fairly easy to do, but I think it would be easier if I used my DSLR camera and connected it to my computer and used the app on my computer. I think it might be easier. We'll figure it out though. That's what we're gonna do. And then I do have a show this Friday at Mount Moore in Silver Lake here in LA. I'm looking forward to that. It's my favorite outdoor show. There's weed vendors, mushroom vendors. There's always like cool shit going on. It's a lot of fun. It's always a good crowd. But yeah, I'm excited about that. But in the meantime, we're getting to the studio, gonna get to work. That's what we're doing. So I went ahead and pulled the trigger. I bought the app. I thought it was like 20 bucks. It was $10. I'm like, $9.99. I can pay the $9.99 for my project. I like it because I'm going to be doing Lego animation, and Stop Motion Studio it really does a lot of Lego animation stuff within the app. So they have faces that you can put on the animation. I don't know. We're going to see how it works. It looks really cool in theory, but for someone who doesn't do stop motion on a day-to-day basis, I might be getting in over my head. We'll find out later this week as we get into it, because today, again, I got to get this audition done, and then I will basically be down here just building. I'll probably crank some music later and just be building Legos. That's what I'll be doing today. And then the good thing about setting up this app, this program on my Mac, is that I can run my Canon camera. The only thing is like I have my Canon DSLR, and I don't know if I have a remote. I think when you're doing stop motion, I don't want to touch the camera. That's the point. Like, that's why I didn't want to use my cell phone, because if I'm doing it for like an hour and then I have to grab my phone, it's going to be like impossible to get my phone set in the perfect exact same position. So it's going to move around too much. So I was like, if I set up my DSLR on a tripod and basically lock it into place and stay away from the camera, then I'm touching the Lego figures, the background, the area around the Lego figures, and I'm touching my computer, but not touching my camera. But the problem is like, I think I have a remote. I don't know if I have a remote. If I have a remote, great. If I don't, I think I should get one, because they're usually cheap. I think you can get them for a few bucks, $5, $10. And then you're just clicking, taking a photo, click, photo, click, photo, click, photo. And I think that'll be best. We'll see. I'm gonna figure this out. But this is the week that we're getting it done. All right. So this is my pile of freaking Legos that I have to go through. And you can see, like, I got whites, browns, some blues. I got gray, beige, mixture of pink, purples. These are all my flat pieces. I don't know how much I'm going to use of these. Right now I'm going to clear this off. This stuff was already like pre-made. It's from like my daughter when she used to play with Legos years ago. Figured I'd keep it for now. My son has some Legos upstairs. I have like these little Lego friends, which are the females. I might still use these. I might use one for like the girl in the scene. with the stop motion studio app, it recommends that you use a blank side so that you can put their facial expressions on the Legos. I'm going to do like a couple of tests when I do it before I start getting into the actual scene that I'm shooting. I just want to make sure it works and works well. But yeah, I might use one of these girls. I'm not sure yet. And then I'll use one of the regular Legos upstairs from my son's Legos. But yeah, we're going to start going through this and see what we can come up with. Oh, yeah. So I'll probably turn off the camera in a little bit and turn on some music. I don't want to just do music here because I am sure I will get hit with copyright restrictions or whatever. Oh, I should have thought about when I organized these, I should have put them on a different table because now I got to move them. I have to move them and because I got to use this table. I'm trying to think of what I want to use. I'm thinking, let's see, I got to find containers maybe. I don't know. What can I use? What can I use? What can I use? Yes, sir. Could use some of these containers. I have all of my, what is this? All these stupid Warhammer things. You guys all go over her. You go over her. By the way, this little tool for pulling Legos apart is amazing. Did not realize how good they were until I started using it. Ah! Ah! Whatever. Doesn't really matter too much. Flats. Some of these are super specialized pieces that I'm not going to use. Clear. Clear! A lot of black in our life right here. A lot of black. Looks like my daughter's hair, which makes sense that it would be in all her Legos. It's like dealing poker chips. I kind of want to use these wheels and build my own little Mercedes G-Wagon, which is the car in the scene. I bought a Matchbox, like a Matchbox Mercedes G-Wagon. And that might get used, but I don't know. I got to figure this out. I have an idea of what I want to do, but still kind of uncertain of how it's all going to come together. Like, look at that. It's like we're cutting the coca. Yeah, I don't know why I've been procrastinating so much on doing this. I just have. Yeah, I wish I haven't. I mean, I got so many people involved in this project. I know it has my name on it. I know it's something that I came up with several years ago that I wanted to shoot. But we have thousands of dollars in this project, and we have a lot of people's time and energy invested into this project, and my dumbass has been procrastinating. Now, for the people who've talked to me about it, you know why I've been procrastinating, but for everyone else, I've been procrastinating because, you know, to be honest, I cannot stand looking at myself.
as weird as that sounds, I don't like doing this project. Like, I like being in front of the camera. I have no problem with that. I love acting. I love having fun and being goofy and all that stuff. The problem was, instead of allocating money towards editing, which by the time we got done with this, I was out of money. So I didn't have money for editing. I didn't have money for a stop motion animator. That's why I'm here doing it myself. That's why I'm editing the whole project myself. Fortunately, I have the skill to do it. I know how to do it. Problem is I'm staring at my face day in and day out. And that got old real fast. And I but just got discouraged from doing it. And it was just, basically just sick of looking at myself. I'm tired of, I've become very critical of how I'm saying it, my tone, my voice, everything, to a point where I'm like, I don't no one's going to like this. No one's going to watch this crap. And that's been my attitude. And then I've showed it to a couple people, like some of the stuff I've finished so far. One of my partners, Miguel, a fellow comedian friend of mine. You guys know who he is. He saw it and he lit up. Like, I haven't seen him light up like that before. He lit up. He was like, oh my God, dude. He's like, we're going to make so much money off of this. We're definitely going to sell this. And as he's saying that, I was like, shut up, dude. Like, no, we're not. We're not. That's been my attitude, because I don't see it. And I think it's because I've been staring at myself so much on this thing, and it's frustrating, because that's not the right attitude to have. The right attitude to have is, yes, we're going to sell this. We're going to get this on FX, or we're going to get this on Adult Swim. We're going to get this on, on Hulu, late night television. It's a pothead show. We definitely geared this towards, pothead smokers. It's super stupid. The comedy is super stupid in a fun way. I'm not saying that to degrade what we've done, because it is what we made so far is funny to us. It's very funny to us. It's very personal. It's a lot of hard work, and definitely years in the making for us. And but staring at myself, back to that, staring at myself day in and day out has just killed my motivation to want to work on this. It just has, sadly. So the lesson I learned working on this so far has been, I will never take on a project like this all by myself. I will not do the editing myself, nor the animation. What I would like to do is get this in front of people, get this in front of investors, get them excited about it, them go, well, what's it going to cost to shoot each episode? We honestly think we could shoot each episode for, probably between $50,000 to $70,000 each. Some might cost a little more, some are going to cost less. But get them done and get them out there. And that includes me hiring a head animator, and he can do whatever he wants with his budget. He can do it all himself, or he or she, obviously. They can do it all themselves, or they can hire people within their budget. And then having an editor. I could come in and having directed an episode, and, the first season has 10 episodes. So if we go, hey, maybe I'll direct 3 or 4 of the episodes, and then I know some other people are going to want to direct, and we'll probably have to bring another director, especially if it ends up going union. But spread it out a little bit. I can't do it all myself. I just can't. It's killing me. And I have other projects on my table that I want to take care of, and I can't get to those. I can't get to those knowing like I got all this stuff to do. Like I gotta finish this before I'm willing to go work on that. You know, I got my buddy said he wanted me to direct his music video. Cool. I would love to do that. But I can't work on projects when I still have projects in the hopper. I mean, yes, can I multitask? Sure. But because this has taken so long, I feel like if I don't sit down here in my studio and lock myself in, it's just never going to get done. So that's what I'm doing this week. Like I want to work on this all week, dedicate all my free time to this. And at the end of the week, see how much of it I got done. Because if I go at the end of the week, oh, I got these 3 scenes done. I got the animated, like the stop animation done. Or at least mostly done. Then I can go, okay, I feel great. What can I set up for next week? You know, I gotta do little micro goals. Because the overall, it will get done is never going to happen. It's just, it's not going to get done unless I set myself up for success. And setting myself up for success means I really have to do little goals. I just do. Otherwise, this shit is never going to get done. And it's driving me bonkers. So now I am going to continue to clean up. I think I'm done talking for a minute. I think I'm going to turn on some music because music always motivates me. I think turning on some music and just getting in the zone is really going to help me right now. But right now, just so you guys know, I'm just getting this shit off. I already kind of like went through all these Legos and put them in basic color category. That's what I did. Now I'm clearing off my table. I want to clear off my table so I can start working and building on this table. Because I can't build on this table if everything's on it in my way. Do you know what I'm saying? I have this big piece of black... it's not show card. It's kind of like a poster board. But it's like... I guess in the film industry... I was going to say it, but I figure you guys wouldn't understand what that is. Foam core. We call it foam core in the film industry. That might be the official term. I'm not sure. But it's called... foam core to us in the film industry, and it's basically like kind of like a poster board, but it's about 1/4 inch thick and it has foam in the middle of it. It's thicker. But anyways, that's I'm gonna lay that down. That's gonna act as the parking lot. So if you don't know, this is a scene that happened in real life. It's basically my coming to story of how I got into stand-up comedy. I had an incident at a Starbucks drive-through, and this whole thing went down in a parking lot in front of a Starbucks. And so we're recreating that scene using Legos. So if that woman, you know, it would be hilarious. You know, what would be absolutely hilarious is if the woman that I got into a thing with at this parking lot. It would be hilarious if this got on TV, someone watched it, maybe she didn't watch it, but someone watches it who knows her and goes, oh, wasn't Stacy, I don't even know her name, but like I'm just making that up. Wasn't Stacy like in a whole like drive-through shit at a Starbucks years ago? Oh my God, like she should watch this. And then she watches it and she goes, holy shit. That's the mofo who who she got in a court battle with. Anyways, I think that shit would be hilarious, to be honest. I think that shit would be amazing. And then all of a sudden she's like hitting me up going, oh my God, like this happened to us. And I'm like, bitch, but no, I'm kidding. I wouldn't be like that. Because to be honest, like as much as she pissed me off, at that Starbucks drive-through the day that it happened, at the end of the day, I'm the one who acted like a turd, and yeah, like I learned my lesson. Like it was stupid and idiotic to do what I did, you know, cost me a lot of money. And, yeah. And honestly, if someone did that to my daughter, I'd flip out. If someone did what I did. If you don't know what I did, then you gotta wait till the episode comes out so you can see it. That's facts right there. Anyways, I'm gonna turn on some music. Bye. What's up, everyone? So, you ever have such a busy day you forget to vlog? Just me? Alright, yeah, I've been very busy today. I've gotten a lot done with the Legos. I have to build my Starbucks. You've seen already, like, blah, 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 blah. I'm working on it. I had to step away. I had to do kid stuff. Pick up kids, drop off kids, all that kind of stuff. And then I had a commercial audition with Petite Casting. I don't know anything about them. I even looked them up. They're you know, they do a lot of commercials. There was a little mix up. I went in there and the casting director, you know, I sign in. The casting director comes out from the office and he's just like, he looks at the list and he looks around. He looks at the list. He looks around. He goes, "Is there a Chris here?" And I go, "Yeah, me." And I walk over to him. He goes, "Hi." He goes, "What role are you reading for?" And I go, I'm reading for the factory worker." And he goes, "We finished that pool earlier." He's like, Are you sure it's the factory worker?" I go, "Yeah, that's what the email says, a factory worker." And I confirmed 4:15. And he goes, No. He's like, "That's not possible." So he was already pissed off, or he sounded like a little upset about that. But he goes, "Well, you look like the dad role in one of the commercials that I'm doing." He goes, "I'm going to have you read for that." And I was like, "Okay." I go, "Is there sides?" He goes, "You don't need them." He goes, "You'll see. It's easy." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he asked some other guy, he's like, "What are you here to read for?" The guy, you know, told him, and he's like, the guy, the actor, he's like, "I've been here since noon." I look at my clock, I'm like, "Dude, it's like 4:25. You've been here since noon?" And the guy's like, "You've been here since noon?" And he's like, "Yeah, I've been here since noon." He goes, "Did you sign in?" He goes, "Yeah, I think earlier." And he turns around, he's just like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "You guys show up late, don't know what you're here for. So what the fuck is going on?" He was saying this under his breath. He wasn't like directing it at me, but I'm like, I think because of what I did, and then right after me, that guy, it just kind of set him off. And you could tell he's been there all day, seeing, you know, tons of actors. It's all for one commercial, like one commercial product, but they're doing a bunch of different commercials. Like I saw they had a bunch of scripts out in different scenarios. So I'm like, oh, they're probably going to shoot 5 or 10 different commercials. And so they got to get actors for each one. So the factory worker thing I was doing was for one type of commercial, and then dad was for a different one. Anyways, he ended up pairing me with this little kid. She was probably 12 or 13 years old. Cute little girl. And she was supposed to be my daughter. And we go in. And I honestly, like, okay, when I came out here to get in front of the camera, what was it? Jesus. 24 years ago now? No, 23 years ago? I didn't have anyone telling me what to do or showing me what to do. I just went in, did my role. That's it. I didn't try to be personable, didn't try to, like, I don't know. I just went in and did it, and they would give me direction, and I would change direction, whatever they wanted me to do. I went in to read for this commercial today, and I was like, you know what? I'm going in with big energy. I want whoever's in that room, because you don't know who's in there until you walk in. I want whoever's in that room to be like, this guy's got good energy. Like, okay, did he take the direction we gave him? Yes. Did he do his lines? Yes. But more importantly, like, I want to be around that guy. And the reason why I know this is I've been working on film sets for almost 20 years. I was saying 18 years for like 3 years. So it's been like 20 years. I've been working on film sets, and There's actors that come in with the attitude, with the, oh, where's my trailer? And, oh, don't talk to me attitude. Those actors might do a big project to see them in a movie, and then you don't see them ever again. They do a big national commercial, and you don't ever see them again. Because the casting directors and the directors and the producers, they all know that person's a bitch. And we don't want to work with you. That's not the right attitude to have on film set. For someone like me, I've been on film sets, like, I'll go work and I'll be there anywhere from 10 hours to 20 hours. You're there all day. The last thing you want to have to deal with is some little punk who thinks they're the shit. Like, dude, no, you're doing your role. You're doing your part. But there's a lot of parts that make this whole machine move. And you're only one part. Yes, are you in front of the camera? Yes. Generally, do they make more money than everyone else? Yes. I mean, except maybe like your executive producers. But they're making a shit ton of money. So there's no need to come in and be a bitch. But their egos get in the way. But yeah, I mean, I went in, had positive energy. When I knew this guy was recording, look, when I knew he was recording, because he had us slate our name, our age, because it was a commercial. He asked if we had any allergies. Again, I'm not going to talk about the product. So we went through that, and then I fist bumped a girl. I was like, "Hey, have fun. Let's have it. Let's have a lot of fun, big energy." And she's like, "Okay." And she was bubbly all of a sudden. And we did it, and we had a lot of fun because it was a funny commercial. Without giving anything away, it was very funny. I used my big eyes and like my physical body language. The guy casting laughed at the end, and he goes, "All right." He's like, I want you guys to do it again, but this time, Chris, I want you to improv more at the end, like just because of the way you got get more defensive and like you look like you're having fun. Just lean in on it. I was like, all right, and I did it, and he loved it. And that's that. I walked out of there. I said, thank you. And I go, good luck to the girl. Good luck on all your casting, the production. Walked out and just had big energy coming in and throughout and going out. Did I book it? Did I I'm like stuttering. Did I book it? No. I don't know. I just got out of the audition. I hope so. They have callbacks next week. That would be awesome. To at least get a callback. That would be badass if I get a callback. But honestly, I would love to book it. I'm not going to lie. I would love to book a commercial. I would love to start making the people who represent me money as well. To show them, like, you know, I'm worth having a contract with. But, yeah, just go in there and have fun. I mean, that's all. I went in there, had fun. I feel like I killed it. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I think I might get at least a callback. But if I book it, that'd be badass. Just saying. I'm just happy, like, I got a lot of this Lego shit done. I got the girl's car done. I got my truck done. And other than that, like, I'll do a couple other basic cars to put them in the drive-through, the Starbucks drive-through. But I like the way my Starbucks turned out. I actually really like the way my Starbucks turned out. It's very contrasty. All the other shops that are all like pinks and purples, and this Starbucks is all green and white. It really stands out, and I like it. And then my Starbucks sign I like. It's so stupid. I'll show you guys in a second. Yeah, I'm happy with the progress today, but it's almost midnight. I've been working on this shit all day. I'm going to call it a night, and then I'll be back working on this tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to get some tests done. Tomorrow at the minimum, I would like to, finalize the Lego shit. And then also, I think I'm going to set up my camera, like my DSLR camera, and then do some tests. I want to make sure it's hardwired to my computer. I want to make sure that the stop animation program I'm using is actually reading and picking up off the DSLR camera.
And that I was talking about having a remote. I went and I was like, oh, I already have a remote. So that's awesome. I just need to make sure it's connected and it works. Because once you're shooting, you don't want to have to touch your camera. You don't want to touch your camera because it's going to mess up all the stop motion. I mean, you're literally shooting frame by frame by frame. So you don't want to touch anything. I'll show you guys what I have here. Look, it's a little guy. Hey, little fella. Hey, I think he's supposed to be like a little boy. I have no idea. He will probably just be someone in the background, but that's gonna be me. I think that's the closest I could get to my curly hair, because in the episode when we shot this, I had my afro. I'm gonna see if I can find another afro. There's a lot of these little guys all over the place, so I'll see if I can find even a better hairdo. But that's what I have so far. But check this out. Look at my Starbucks, guys. I love my Starbucks. And these are facades. Like, it's like a Hollywood facade, which means there's no back walls. There's only the front. It's kind of funnier, I think, too. But that's my Starbucks. Look at that Starbucks sign, dude. Oh, can you see it? It looks like the... No, it doesn't. I was going to say it looks like the siren. It doesn't look like the siren. But I think the green and white. I think you get the point. But this is a drive-thru. This is the bitch who got me. She got you! Yeah, and then this would be my vehicle. Again, I was like, all right, there's enough work on that. I think I want to put like a hinge. So like this is hinged, but I'm not gonna probably move it at all. But I think I want to put hinges here. So, because I'll end up gluing these cars down so they don't move when we really get into the bulk of shooting, when we start shooting her facial expressions. But I need to be able to go up and down with this without moving the whole car, so that she has little to no movement. And her, I'll probably hot glue her into the car as well, because I want her head and her arm to move, but I don't want her whole body moving all over the place. I just don't. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I don't know. Maybe we'll get a test going tomorrow. But overall, this was a very successful day. I am tired and beat. I'm going to go to bed. All right. Bye.